Yo, what is up? So I thought I would actually do another video testing Nvidia's smooth motion since I wasn't able to test it out in as many games as I would have liked in my previous video. So I was just trying to find games without frame generation, so this was one that doesn't have it. So it's got DLSS in the game. Uh, so I mean, it's one of them games where you do get a lot of stutters when you put ray tracing on. So it does work, it pushes your FPS up. So it did seem to smooth it out a bit. So I did play like half hour of it. You do still get stutters, but I think it just reduces how heavy they feel. So it's an interesting game, this, to be fair. It's definitely not a visual masterpiece. I mean, the graphics are not great at all, but for what it is, it's a decent horror, and it's a very interesting game to me. So I didn't pay much for it. It was only like £3 or £4 from what I remember. Might have even been cheaper than that on CD keys, but I have actually tested AMD's AFMF on this as well, and it did pretty much the same thing. It did slightly smooth out, but there's no saving this game with stutters with ray tracing on. So there was actually another game I thought of today, and it was a Chernobyl, because I remember picking this up. I thought it would be a bit like a Stalker, because I enjoyed the first Stalker. That sort of game, Metro Exodus. So I wanted that sort of experience. It's alright. I wasn't really that big on it after playing it. I probably will finish it, but the performance of this game, of course, it's an Unreal Engine game, so you get a lot of stutters. So I thought it would be a good game to test it out on. So again, it did work. So you do get quite a nice boost with Nvidia's smooth motion on this. So it seemed to work good. So again, like I said, when it actually works, it does seem to work really well. Nvidia's smooth motion. I mean, from what I could see, the image quality looked good, as good as it would with it off. But it's a very, very dark game at times. I was literally in a dark place, but I couldn't really see any ghosting. So I would have to say image quality looked good. And I did actually update it also with the latest files, DLSS 4 and all that. So again, I think after testing it for a few days, I think my only issue with Nvidia's smooth motion is it's just not working in some games I'd want it to work in. That's the only negative for me so far with it. It did crash in Rise of the Ronin. I did upload that video in a separate one, and then in AI Limit I wanted to try it because that don't have frame generation, and it just wasn't working in that either. So I think that's the only bad thing about it so far, and it just, as I said, it just seems a bit temperamental, as I said in my previous video. But anyway, moving on. So yeah, I mean, it worked really well in this one. It did feel nice and smooth. When I put it on, I get a boost in the FPS. Again, it is an Unreal Engine game, so they're really good at giving you some stutters, and I mean, it does really impress me, really, Unreal Engine, when I think about it, because you could literally just go and buy a 5090, a 6090, and it will manage to find a way to make you lose performance and make you run a game badly. So I've always looked at that and I thought, yeah, that is really impressive, really. I mean, I can't think of any other engine that actually does that. I mean, when I'm looking at the visuals, I'll be honest, I'm being serious now. I looked at the game, that June Awakening game, the other day, and the graphics are really average at best. I'm even on the DLSS 4, so I've played more the Troll, and I've just decided not to buy it because I didn't think the graphics are all that, and that is supposed to be Unreal Engine 5. and then I was looking at the cutscenes, and you get frame drops even on the 4090 with that, and I just, it's beggars belief at times. And as for the gameplay itself, I thought the combat was terrible. It felt slow and Yankee. Uh, I, I didn't mind the crafting once I was building my base, but then there just wasn't enough in it for me to literally buy the game. So I'm not going to buy with that. I'm going to buy some other games that I feel are more worth it. But anyway, on this game, I do think it's worth a pickup because it's really fun. I think when I'm looking at the fun factor in this game, I've literally nailed that down to a T. For me, that is what gaming is about. I think it needs to be fun with the gameplay, not slow and Yankee like Dune Awakening. And it didn't even feel responsive, that game. But this game, with the magic spells, and I've only scratched the surface, but I'm already enjoying it. So I had a mate telling me you can unlock more abilities as you go along, which I knew. So, I mean, it just literally keeps me interested. It's one of them games where you play it and then you want to come back to it. Yeah, as I said, I really struggled with Dune Awakening. Although I put an hour into it and I thought, I really can't be bothered with this. So, I mean, there's going to be, it's subjective. I know a lot of people like it, but it doesn't seem like there's a lot of action in that game. You're just basically crafting a lot of the time. And when you do get into the combat, it just felt literally, it was below average, I've got to say. And the visuals, it left a lot to be desired, to say the least. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.